Alright, to get the brake off, we're going to take this bolt off here at the top, and then there's another one here. This one's a 14, the other one's a 17. There's two on the top that you can see, and then there's two at the bottom that you can't see from here. All four of those will eventually need to come up for the brake to come off.
This is your brake piston.
Alright, so the two bolts on the brake piston come off like so. There's the one from the bottom, there's the one from the top. Both of those are off. A little bit of prying, and this whole piston should come off.
Don't hurt your line.
And
Set it up out of the way.
make sure it's held up so you don't drop it and then the line gets ripped somewhere. Alright, next thing we're going to have to take this piece off, and there's two 17mm bolts. One at the top here and then one at the bottom as well.
Might have to use a wrench.
Yeah, the one at the top's in a tight spot, so you might have to use a... So here is a brake off my 2006 Forester. All disc brakes are pretty much universal, so it'll probably be similar. The first step is going to be to take these pads out. We'll also take these metal clips that hold the pads in place on the edges, and then we'll peel and take the this whole part out. And also check your pins on the anterior, make sure they are squishy. If those are not and they're seized up, you'll have to end up replacing those. Alright, so first we're going to take a screwdriver and just take these pads off. It's important to remember where this pad with the metal, call it a squealer, sticking out. Here's our new one of the same one. We're going to put that the exact same way that it came out. So this pad's going to go in that way.
Guides off. You can reuse guides sometimes, but what's the point of reusing it? You just get new ones and they look better. We're going to clean up these surfaces of all this rust and corrosion so that this sits nice and tight, because it's hard enough to slide your new fat brake pads in with all this crud, pinching them together. So we're going to spend some time cleaning and come back.
Alright, we're going to put the new metal clips in. They're going to just snap into place. Now we're ready to put our new pads in. I'm going to put a little anti-seize on the ends of here, and that's just so we can slide it in easier. It's important to only get it at the very ends here and not anywhere else. Alright, both sides looped up a little. Now we can fit it in here. It's important to be pushing down on this bottom piece when you're trying to squeeze it in. And also watch out for these little tabs as well. You don't want to bend those the wrong way. It should fit in there just like that. Now we got this other side. We want to put the brakes on and then the caliper back over it. Alright, you're going to have to line up your holes here and then down below as well. Then there's two bolts for each of those. So the next thing is we're going to take this and we're going to want to compress the pistons back so we're able to fit this over our new brake pads. Because right now this is not enough space to fit over this entire thing. So we're going to need these to be pushed back. I have this tool here that I can use with a small ratchet wrench to compress those pistons back. I'm just going to go a little bit on each side at a time, pushing these all the way back. Alright, so we were able to compress the pistons all the way using our tool. Now we have to fit this over this. The first step I'm going to do is we have 2 holes here that line up with each of these, and then a bolt that goes in there. I'm going to start by putting the bottom one on first, and that way I can just slowly slide it over and line the rest of it up.